Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and today I want to talk to you about level 4 decorations, because these are really cool. Some of you guys might have already seen that there are level 4 slots. If you guys saw the upgraded mantles back from like the beta, you would have known that of course when you upgrade mantles, you can get slots in them, and some of those had level 4 slots. So naturally, we knew that meant there would be level 4 decorations. But what you might not know is just what these decorations offer you. And some of them are actually really cool because, you know, while some of them behave like normal decorations in that they give you X points in a particular skill, some of them, and most of them, are actually combination decorations where they have multiple skills in them, which means they're really interesting for some of those mix sets. So in this video, I thought what I'd do is just run through and show you some of the ones that I've got so far. Now, bear in mind, this list you see here is by no means all of them. I've probably barely scratched the surface, but this gives you guys a good idea as to some of the stuff you can get from them, some of the sort of like, you know, opportunities or permutations you might have, and kind of sort of just paints a picture as to what this new level 4 setup will offer us. So if we jump over to the box and just simply select one of the level 4 decoration slots, you can then see these are the ones that I'm working with right now. So as mentioned, some of them fall within the typical decoration categories. So we've got things like water resistance jewel level 4, which gives you 2 points in that. So as opposed to the previous ones, which might just give you 1. If you do put in a level 4 decoration, then you can of course see things like ice resistance, I get 2 points. Thunder, I get 2 points. Dragon, I get 2 points. So these in themselves, if there's like a particular skill you're going after, then they are very useful. However, if we then start kind of moving past some of these, of course you've seen, you know, largely speaking, these are skills that you are very familiar with. But if we then move over to the second page and we get past all of the individual skills, you will of course see there's a couple more things that are worth mentioning, things like the sonorous jewel that will give you the newly maxed out Horn Maestro level 2, which is nice because of course Horn Maestro now in Iceborne has a second level, so having a level 4 decoration means you could just max that out straight away. There's even one for Expert, which you know, goes up to level 7, and you might actually have some increased value in that now, but I'll speak more about that at a later date. What I really want to turn my attention to are these ones. These are the combination skills. You can see if we pick off like the very first one, the Friendship Physique Jewel, this gives you 1 point in wide range and 1 point in Constitution. You have the Stone Thrower Physique one, 1 point in Slinger Capacity, again Constitution. If we skip past some of these are, you know, pretty standard, but then we have things like Guard and Evade Window, or you have things like Free Meal and Evade Window. You have things like Slider and Evasion, so if you have Affinity Sliding and Evade Window, those things to a degree kind of go hand in hand. You of course have options for things like Bombardier and Attack. So here is the part that I want to sort of talk about, because if you guys have been following me from Monster Hunter World, you will know that I never once got an attack decoration to drop. I even forgot to log back in when they were giving away a free one, so I still only have 1 attack decoration. So, in Iceborne, I finally got my attack decoration in a variety of different forms. You can see here that we have, you know, this one gives me 1 point in attack boost and 1 point in Bombardier. This one instead gives me a point in Mushroomancer alongside attack. This one gives me Affinity Sliding and attack boost. This one gives me Offensive Guard and attack boost. Now this is a really good one because the Offensive Guard skill is very awesome. It's a potent new skill, especially if you pair that with shielded weapons. You have the ability to, you know, guard point and go into that. That is something I do want to talk about at a later date. That skill in itself is something you should definitely not be sleeping on. But the fact that that is also an attack focused skill alongside just flat attack boost, this is a very nice decoration. And I'm kind of glad that I got this one. So kind of pleased, because obviously some of those haven't necessarily been quite what I wanted. You've then got things like combinations with, say, Expert and Bombardier, Expert and Affinity Sliding, Expert and Offensive Guard, or things like that. So you got some really interesting combinations here. And as I say, you know, I don't know just how many combinations there are. I don't know whether you could potentially get every skill with every other skill. I'm sure there is like a limited finite pool, but as you can see, this does go pretty broad. You can get some really nice things. Like this is one that I used kind of early on, because when you play through Master Rank to begin with, you really don't want to be getting slapped too much, or at least if you do, you want to have the health. So having something like Maximum Might and Health Boost is just, you know, 2 good skills in one. That's, you know, kind of something to think about. A few other things with Vitality as well. So you can see there are definitely, I mean, there do tend to be sort of patterns. It'll be like, you know, things with Expert, or things with Attack, or things with the Vitality, or things with, you know, like Constitution. So there tends to be, you know, like groups they'll fall within, but it does still look pretty broad. And I imagine, again, if you think about how some of the best decorations we got in World came from, say, some of the bigger endgame challenges, I imagine we'll get the sort of same effect this time around. So I might not have even seen some of the best ones we can get, but that is still a pretty cool new thing. And the nice thing is, if you make a lot of the Master Rank armor, a lot of them, not all of the pieces, but a lot of Master Rank pieces do have decent level 4 slots. Especially, I've been making a lot of the beta sets because Typically your trade-off is you have fewer skills, but you then have better slots. So a lot of the beta pieces have quite a few level 4 slots. So this is something that I can definitely take advantage of. So there you have it. That's a run through of the level 4 decorations that I've got so far. Of course, there's plenty more to find, and I imagine as I start kind of farming things like, you know, later monsters and some of the sort of like more like bigger endgame challenges, I'm sure I'll get some of the better like sweet ones to drop. But for the time being, for those of you wondering quite what level 4 decorations have to offer, then that is your answer. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.